Hey guys, welcome back to my next podcast. I hope you've all been staying safe and taking care of your friends and family and make sure that they are safe as well. Well, okay, I'm going to do this podcast on anxiety, episode that I had a couple days ago. And I'm going to apologize now because I have a lot of jumbled thoughts on there, and my podcasts and posts are not scripted. So I just tell it how it is. So that's why my thoughts sometimes are all over the place. And it seems like people like the realness of their posts and their podcast not being all scripted. Like you just sound like you're reading on a piece of paper. And I don't like that either. I won't listen to podcasts like that. But I wanted to talk to you about my anxiety. I've been dealing with anxiety about as long as I've been dealing with the depression, which was around 2008. And I had an anxiety attack. It's been about 3 days, I think. It came out of nowhere, of course. The last thing I remember was thinking about the coronavirus, and then it felt like I couldn't breathe. My heart was racing. I felt like I was going to have a heart attack. I was trying to get a hold of it and calm myself down, but it wasn't working. So I had to sit down and put my head down between my legs. I felt like I was going to pass out. It seems like it went on forever, and then I was so scared. I was going to try 911, but I didn't make it. And I did have 3 of my children home, but they were in their rooms, the music going, YouTube going, and they couldn't hear me. And so really there was nobody to help me unless they just happened to come into my room. But I kept on trying to slow my breathing down, and I finally was able to slow it down some. It felt like it was pounding very hard though. And I went to grab the anxiety medicine that she gave me, the doctor prescribed, and it helped me eventually. Not like the meds that I used to take, but, it helped me eventually. But what happened with my medication was about a little over a month ago, my doctor changed my meds. She wanted to try something else with me. Now, mind you that a couple of years ago, she had given it to me and it didn't work. But she wanted to give me it again, even after I told her that it didn't work last time. So why take it again? I was not happy with that. I knew it wasn't going to go well with that medication. And she said, if it doesn't work, we'll just try something else. And I'm thinking, it doesn't even seem right to keep going back and down, back and forth, and around. And with medication. And when she took me off the medication previously, she just took me off of it. There was no weaning it down, like a half a pill, and just keep going down until you were totally off of it so you didn't have any of the side effects. Well, she didn't do that, and which was odd in itself. So, I'm thinking that I need to schedule another appointment with her probably within this week and let her know the meds are not working as she thought they would and as I knew they would not. And I'm sure I'll be back on another medication that won't help me. I was thinking I should really try to get another doctor. I'm just tired of getting my medication switched all the time, feeling horrible because it's a new med. My body's got to get used to it and so on. But, after an anxiety attack for me, then comes all the depression. And my mind is just all over the place. I'm thinking about death. I'm thinking about car accidents, diseases, people that could get them. My families might die. The dog might die, and just all kinds of stuff. And it puts me in a real deep depression. And, it's like nothing will go right. It's just worthless. It feels, I feel worthless and sometimes not a good mother. And, the list go on and on, because sometimes when I get depressed, I'm just like in my room and I shut everybody out. And they're older, so thank God, they can tend to themselves. But, this last little while, a couple of years, seem like that it's gotten worse and stuff like that. And I try to talk to family and friends, because you should always try them at first, because they might be able to listen and have some feedback for you. But sometimes it doesn't work out that way. I try to talk to many family and friends. Some of them think, oh, you're not depressed, you're just having a bad day. Or I had a family member say, oh, well, you're just looking for attention. Well, no, actually, no, I'm not. I don't want to go through this, and neither do you guys. And anybody else in your family, friends, the bunch don't want to go through it. Why? It wouldn't even make any sense why someone would want to, have these problems with their mental health. No. And people think you're crazy and all kinds of things. It's just like we don't choose to have anxiety. We don't choose to have depression. We don't choose to have bipolar. And it goes on and on. We don't choose it. It's just something in our brain that's missing, misfiring, whatever you want to call it. But there are people that you could talk with. I found some little groups and stuff like that. I try to get there when I can. But they're really good. And you could talk to friends on the phone that, you can rely on when you don't want to leave that room. You just want somebody to talk to that'll listen and not judge you. And a few friends that I've come in contact with. And just recently I met a lot of people off of my podcast that we talk and we go through things together, and which is nice. So I hope I continue to get to know new people and continue talking with the ones that I've already met. That's pretty exciting for me, because I know we're not going to beat each other up mentally. We have an understanding, and we both need each other and to get through these things. And maybe we can try to find coping skills. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and try to get a different doctor, because I feel some sort of disconnect from her. And if anybody has any ideas maybe I can use for coping skills, I would appreciate if you message me, or if you need to ask me what some of my coping skills are, which the other day it did not work. But I'll be happy to talk to you about it. Just listen or whatever. I'm here, and I appreciate it very much. And I wanted to leave you with this quote, because I like it. Don't know who it's by, though. It says, when I is replaced by we, even illness becomes wellness. And the author's unknown. But I wanted to tell you guys all about that. It was horrible. And I just hope the stuff that's going on in this world right now comes to a halt eventually, because for people with mental health issues, this is not helping. So I'm just going to pray for everybody and pray for your all safety. And you guys make sure you stay safe and you do what they ask. And I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for listening. Take care.